Hello everyone, welcome back to the driver's room. We're in the Sunday League again. This is season 6 round 2, tier 1. We're at Autodrome Lago Maggiore, the east section, and we're in the BMW VGTs today. A quick grid walk, and on pole again we have Smith starting on the super softs. Finished second in the last race behind F1. Isn't racing in this round, so Smith will definitely be looking to capitalise from pole. In the second we have Drsl, also on the super softs, finished 7th last round. In third place we have Alex, starting on the super softs, finished 3rd last round, had a solid race. He was on a slightly different strategy to the top two. In 4th place we have Knee Jogger, also on the super softs, and he finished 8th last round. Starting in 4th, we're looking to do well. Excuse me. Myself in 5th place, DJ Rice, also on the super softs, finished 6th last round. In 6th place we have Chris on the super softs, finished 11th in the last round. He did struggle with the with his car choice. And in 7th we have Daz starting on the softs, one of the only men on the grid I think to be starting on the softs. Finished 10th last round, but picked up a clean race bonus as well. And 8th place we have Lorcas, had a solid race, pretty quiet, but finished 4th in the last round, also starting on the super softs. In 9th place we have Richie, didn't start in the last round, so this is his first appearance in season 6 of the Drsl this season. And in 10th place we have Muller, excuse me, on the super softs, finished 5th last round, had a solid race just behind Lorcas. And in 11th place we have Wilco, 9th last round. Had a mishap in the pits, didn't fuel for one of his pits in the last round, so fell behind a little bit because of that. But yeah, that's our grid walk today for round 2 at Autodrome Lago Maggiore East. Let's get underway. So here we are then, about to get underway. We'll ride with the pole sitter Smith again and take a look back through the grid. Hopefully no full starts, everyone gets away cleanly, engines on, and we're away. As Des has had a great start on the right hand side of Smith, but Smith will have the inside for the first corner. So he defends that well. Looks like it's all neat and tidy at the back, everyone's got away cleanly. Good stuff. Let's hope someone can put Smith under a bit of pressure early on and he doesn't run away with this race, because he's a very quick driver, and once he gets away from the pack it's quite hard to catch again. So we've got Smith in first, Desert 3rd, Alex in 3rd still. Looks like I've moved up into 4th place, ahead of Knee Jogger. So Chris close behind. Comes around the right hand, we've got Daz in 7th, Richie in 8th, so I'm going to look at the grid there, so Richie's moved up a place as well. Lucas in 9th, for Lucas, looks like Richie's got ahead of Lucas from the start. We're down in 10th, and Wilco in 11th. Let's rejoin the leader now. He's got a tiny gap to Des as he's just finding the grip on the first lap there. Someone takes a bit too much curb on the inside by the looks of it. Looks like it might have been Chris, as he's lost a bit of momentum down the home straight. These one-make races really do bring about some really close racing. Neat and tidy for the first corner. He's got Daz, Richie putting Daz under a little bit of pressure early on. Ninth, Muller in 10th, still Wilco in 11th. So rejoin the leader again. So he comes down the hill to the awkward right-hander. It's a difficult corner to get right. It's got a couple of liners, especially if you're racing somebody. So it looks like I've picked up a penalty early on. That is the clean race bonus straight out the window. Probably for a corner cut somewhere. He's got Knee Jogger in 5th, Chris in 6th. Looks like Chris, Daz and Richie very close together. Richie runs a little bit wide through the fast S section. close behind us, biding his time by the looks of it. Wilco in 10th, so Lorcas has made a mistake somewhere. He's dropped down to 11th place. Smith going purple on the first full lap. Nearly a second quicker to Des there, as Alex is looking to put him under a bit of pressure. So from the jogger, Chris, Daz and everyone very close still. Muller just hanging back a little bit, saving fuel, saving tyres. Wilco's picked up a penalty somewhere. So Lucas in 11th now, just getting back on the pace. Rejoin this little group of guys, myself in 4th, just ahead of this little train forming now. Nice fast flowing section. This is 6th, Lee jogging in 5th, really putting the pressure on me now. So comes out of this corner, if he's close enough, he'll have a slipstream. He might have a go into the last right-hander. Ghost out a little bit there, looks like I'll go a little bit wide. Lost a place to knee joggers. The knee jogger up into 4th, myself 5th, Chris in 6th. As it looks like Richie's putting a move on Daz as well into the first corner of they're on to lap 4 now, so Richie's up into 7th. So it just keeps it together. And yes, he's got the job done on Daz, and knee jogger has got the job done on myself. See what Chris can do now as well. So I've raced the season against Chris already, and I see he's close enough to make a move into this sweeping right-hander. His hands back a little bit. So early days, pardon me, it's a half an hour race in the Sunday League. So yeah, 5 minutes in. Tyre wear's pretty good on these cars as well, as long as you're not too aggressive. Let's jump back on board with the leader. So he's pulling a fair gap now. Is he still solid 117.3 again? So Des picked up the pace, still under pressure from Alex, so it's quite close, and it looks like Chris might be in a position to make a move on myself into the first corner. So gets the inside. I think I broke just late enough to defend the position. So Des holds off Alex as well. It's playing into the hands of Smith at the moment, who's consistently in the low 1:17s. There's only 0.4 a lap behind, but it's still good pace considering he's fighting Alex off as well. Alex in 3rd, new jogger in 4th, myself 5th, Chris in 6th, Richie 7th, and looks like Muller's got the job done on Daz as well. So Daz has either made a mistake there, or I'd say he's made a mistake, because he was a little bit ahead of Muller, but so it's Muller up into 8th, Daz down to 9th, Lucas in 10th, and Wilco in 11th. So it looks like Chris has already, I'd say, pulled a bit of a gap, so he's had a moment through that corner. Richie, I've gone into the back of Chris. Chris has lost momentum, I've lost momentum, and Richie has just blasted through that last corner and overtaken the pair of us. So he looks like he's gone a bit hot into that though. He's gone wide. As Chris gets round, just about stays in front of myself. So that's Chris back up into 5th. Richie moves up into 6th ahead of myself. Muller not far behind now, obviously losing time fighting, and Muller has closed the gap right up. Chris has got really wide there, just about keeps it out of the barriers. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake after that little fight of Richie and getting his place back. So that's myself up in the 6th, Richie up in the 5th now, and so Muller close behind in 7th, so Chris has lost the place to Muller as well. So Richie goes a little bit wide there. I might have a bit of a run on him down the home straight. It's nearly side by side. Richie's got the inside, it breaks a little bit earlier. So, does he go wide again there? Yeah, he's on the grass again. As I cut across Muller's bonnet there, and it looks like Richie's just about held his place. Not a lot I can do here as Muller's chomping at the bit to get past. Bit of a battle going on. Let's see what happens through this right hander now. Side by side, so I've got the inside. Richie hangs it around the outside. A little bit of contact there, will to will. He's got the inside of this next corner though, so he defends it. And yeah, he's got himself back up in front. Just about stay behind, keeping Muller behind me. He's got Chris behind him as well, so this group of 4 is really any mistakes now you're going to lose a couple of places. So look up the inside of Richie into the last right hander. I just got the job done there, but Richie's going to have to slipstream down the straight. Let's go a little bit sideways coming out the corner. So look like Muller jumping in the pits and Chris jumping in the pits. So that's near the 10-minute mark. Myself and Richie are still side by side. And Richie just gets his good track position in there. Oh, I just got the momentum if I can just get it. Just got my nose in front for this next left-hander, so try and keep it neat and tidy. Next couple of corners, slight bit of contact there. It's been like 2.5 to 3 lap battle now as it's bringing Lucas into play as well. No changes up front as of yet. So I'll just stay with this little battle for a while because looks like Lucas has got the job done on Richie, or has he? It's going to be a difficult place to go side by side. I think Lucas has got the job done here. We've got Daz hunting them both down now. Better momentum than Richie coming down this last fast section into the right hander. He's got Chris behind as well, looking to take advantage. Chris makes a little bit of a mistake on the inside of that corner. Looks like Daz is going to dive into the pits. So we've got Chris and Richie dived into the pits. We've got Chris and Daz side by side. Chris has just got himself ahead, well, stayed ahead of Daz. So I've had a couple of people pits. That's put myself up in the 3rd, so that looks like Alex has pitted and Des has pitted, so we'll see where they've come out. 6th and 7th. So, it looks like Alex has got the job done on Des in the pits. So I wonder if that was a bit of fuel saving from Alex in that first stint. And he's got a little bit less, so he fueled a little bit less at that stop. But yeah, it's got him a couple of seconds ahead of Des now. Des got a bit of work to do to claw that back. So Alex is just coming up behind Daz, who's will be pitting soon. As he'll be down to just over a lap of fuel by the looks of it. See if he jumps in this coach is a little bit untidy there. So we've got Chris going round again, and yeah, so that's Daz into the pits, myself into the pits. Stays back up into 5th, Alex into 4th, so yeah, no fighting people with worse tyre wear after their stint, which is what you want really after if you pit earlier than others. So Des Des and Alex moving up to 5th and 4th. We've got Chris in 3rd, who he didn't look like it. Oh, so he's pitted for tyres. He's pitted for tyres, but didn't put fuel in. So he's jumped up into 3rd legitimately, but obviously he's not got much more fuel than Smith and Nijogger, who haven't stopped. So we've got Smith coming round on the 13-minute mark now, lap 10. Still not pitting, he's going to go round again. Got Nijogger going round again. We've got Chris in 3rd, Alex in 4th, myself in 5th, Muller in 6th, Wilco in 7th. So Muller has pitted also, come out of fresher tyres. Looks like he's overtaken Wilco on lap 10. Got Lucas and Lucas on fresh tyres, myself on fresh tyres, and just take a little bit of a look on the inside. I don't want to burn my tyres out fighting early on. So we've come back into another close battle. The pair of us are catching Wilco, who hasn't stopped yet. He's doing a good job on the fuel, so obviously looking to get to the 15-minute mark and do a one-stopper. I think most people will be two-stopping this race. So Wilco just goes around the outside, lets the pair of us through basically. He's on a completely different strategy, but as far as place on track, position on track, it's legitimate, as all 3 of us have to stop again. We've got Smith in the pits now, so dodgy camera work. So we've got Smith in the pits, so he must be out the pits by now surely. So if not, that looks like Alex and Des have had a... Okay, cool, so that's Alex and Des have undercut massively. So if we come out of the pits doing 1 minute 17 flats, 1:17s for Des, and it's basically got the job done on, well, Smith stayed out longer in 1 minute 18s. He's he's lost first position. Although we do have Nijogger legitimately in first position, he's got to be pitting this lap surely. That fuel's looking pretty critical. So yeah, we'll have Nijogger in the pits. We've got Muller down in 6, so I'd imagine Alex, so that's Muller in the pits. This will be Chris up into 2nd, well, up into 1st, sorry, but that fuel's really gonna come into play. You'll have to pit for fuel while those tyres will still be reasonably good. It's not ideal. So Alex into 2nd, Des into 3rd, Smith into 4th. Got Muller 5th place. Yep, he's got himself ahead of Nijogger as well. So Nijogger rejoins in 6th place, and he's got Lucas and myself, very, very close contention. Nijogger could be good to the end of the race now. Myself and Lucas will more than likely have to pit again. So I imagine he's going to come in and pit this lap, see where he feeds out. So whether he meant to not fuel and just gain some track positions or not, I don't know, I'll ask him in Discord. So we've got Chris in the pit, so that's Alex up in the 1st place now. Des into 2nd, Smith 3rd. Muller's also looking good after having a quiet start. that's a shunt from Lucas on knee jogger. So Lucas hangs back, knee jogger loses a place to myself, and Chris drops down to 7th. No damage by the looks of it, thankfully, but yeah, it's big lock up, big mistake from Lucas there. Knee jogger suffering a bit because of that. Looking to get straight back on it, so yeah, promotes Chris up in the 5th and myself up in the 6th. So yeah, Chris feeds back out into 5th. We've got knee jogger putting the pressure on myself straight away. Rejoin Alex coming around the last right-hander onto the main straight. See what sort of laps he's doing now. Still in the 117s. 117.8, 118.1 from Des. Low 117s for Smith. Got Muller in the high 117s, low 118s at the moment. Chris, myself and knee jogger very close. Lucas not far behind. Stay with knee jogger for a minute. So looks like we might have a run on into the sweeping right hander. Obviously the slipstream can unsettle the car a little bit. It looks like I've run wide anyway, so yeah, he gets up to the inside, takes 6th place. So just Chris to catch now. Obviously just looks like Chris is kicking up a bit of dust. Still going quickly though, so yeah. Chris in 5th. Looks like Alex is pitting. Alex pits from 1st place. Promotes Smith up into 2nd. Des up in the 1st, so see what Des can do. Will Des respond and pit? Will the undercut work for Alex again? We'll see what sort of pace Smith has for the last third of the race as well. And Muller not far behind in 3rd. Also looks like he's going to have to pit very soon. Chris in the 4th, he'll be good at the end of the race now, so he's in a strong position. He's ahead of Alex as well, also good to the end of the race. Should be a good little battle. Alex is right on his case already, so takes a little bit of a look into the sweeping right hander. Chris goes a little bit wide. Alex has got the inside line. He's got the job done. There's Chris down at the 5th. See if he can respond straight away. Knee jogger not too far behind in 6th, but Chris is he's in the slipstream coming into the last corner, just pulls out, has a little look, just lets Alex know he's there. Got Des in the pits now, so got Muller pitting as well. So this is Alex up in the 2nd. Smith into 1st place, so Smith back into 1st place. Don't think he'll be stopping again. Chris in 3rd, Knee in 4th, Des in 5th. Des up into 6th now. Looking light on fuel though. I think he might have to pit again. So Muller rejoins the race in 7th. Absolutely floor it to the end of the race now. Myself in 8th place. Lucas not far behind in 9th. Rishi down in 10th. Wilco in 11th after that extremely long first stint. Smith's picked up a penalty somewhere. He's lost his clean race bonus. That's a shame. After getting pole, I think he got the fastest lap. Although Blue means his personal best, and it's not purple, so we'll have a little scroll through in a minute, see who's got the fastest lap. Alex in second, Chris in third, still close behind. Knee Jogger catching up a little bit in fourth. Des in fifth. Muller in sixth. Yeah, Daz is pitted for fuel, so he's gonna. So Richie's got the job done. So yeah, Daz pitting, rejoining their racing about in 9th, I think. 10th, sorry. Des, who was ahead of Alex. Pardon me, he was ahead of Alex at the first stint. Lost out from Alex fuel saving and under fueling a little bit in the first round of pit stops. Finds himself behind Knee Jogger now. Also had that long first stint. And pretty much everyone's good to the end of the race, so. See what happens. So it looks like Des might be having a look at. I thought he just got the got a good exit after getting the inside line of that corner. He's in the slipstream of Knee Jogger. He's just going into the first corner. So he does enough to hold his position off. And that goes a little bit untidy on the exit. Smith with quite a sizable lead over Alex at the moment. 5 minutes left of this race. The tyre wear will be his only issue. He's really good with tyres, so 5 minutes left, and Smith is looking in a very, very good position. We've got Alex in second. Looks like he's just got enough to keep Chris at bay. Knee Jogger in fourth, coming under. Still under a bit of pressure from Des. So just coming on the last right hand, Des on the outside. Oh, he just picks up a bit of the grass on the way out, compromises his exit a little bit, but might well be close enough to have a little look. Can't get close enough into that first corner. They're bumper to bumper at the moment. Got Muller down in sixth. Had a quiet race, and so we're going to pick up a solid result again. Myself in seventh, still just doing enough to keep Lucas at bay at the moment. Got Richie in 9th, Daz down in 10th after that late pit stop. Wilco in 11th. Yeah, Smith just running away with this one again a little bit. Say just lost out to F1 in round 1 after having pretty much a race long battle. And so he's made the most of pole this time. So we've got Alex in a reasonably comfortable second place now. Chris in third. We've got Des ahead of Knee Jogger finally, and we've got Chris pitted as well. So that's Des up in the third place in the podium positions. Just take a little look back. As we rejoin him, just coming through the fast S's. He's all over the back of Knee Jogger at the moment. Knee Jogger goes a little bit wide coming out of the last part of the S. Des got the job done comfortably. It's up the inside. Get a good exit. Yeah, that's so Des up to third now because of Chris pitting. He's got Muller just coming round the last corner, so Chris won't need to fuel much. He should be. Yeah, he's back out the pits right in between Des and Knee Jogger. Oh, as they go wheel to wheel. Des does well there. Yeah, defended really well there. So it's Chris rejoining the race in fourth. Des up to the podium. Nijogger just drops back a little bit there after getting caught out by Chris rejoining the track after the pit stops. Obviously on fresh tyres now. Pressure's on. Drsl's tyres are good, so I struggle to say that. But yeah, so he's got enough there to defend. Chris will be absolutely on it. Just messed up his fueling a little bit this race. Just goes a little bit wide in that last corner. A quick run down the grid. So yeah, we've still got Smith in first place, 2 minutes left. Alex in second place. So it looked like he was going a little bit wide around that corner there. Des in third, with Chris hot on his tails in fourth. Nijogger in fifth, Muller in sixth. Myself in seventh, still just ahead of Lucas. Richie in ninth, Daz in 10th, and Wilco in 11th. Rejoin this battle between Chris and Drsl. We're on lap 22 now. Des goes a little bit wide. Chris has a look up the inside, thinks about it. Just hangs back, it's fair driving. Des just holding on to his third place. So really good drive so far. Chris is absolutely all over him again. He looks around the outside, looks around the inside. I don't think he's got the momentum to carry him through. He has done though, he's just broke a little bit later. It's neat and tidy, he's got the job done. So Drsl back down to fourth, but he's going to have the inside line coming into the first corner. So yeah, not much more than a lap left now. So, yeah, he gets the job done. Yeah, holds the inside line in the first corner, gets the keeps his nose in front. So yeah, Chris just got the job done down with a slipstream down the main straight, but yeah, just being on the left-hand side of that first corner was critical. So we've got Chris in fourth, Nijogger in fifth, Muller in sixth, and it looks like Lucas is ahead of myself. Take a look back at that. Oh yeah, we rejoin, just coming out of the fast S section. Just goes out a little bit of, ran wide coming out of the last corner. Lucas nearly had a run, but see what happens. Will I stay to the left of the track, try to keep the inside of this corner as I keep mentioning, but I'm well early on the brakes, and by the looks of it, Lucas has got ahead. That's good stuff. Lucas up in at 7th, myself dropped down at 8th, got Richie in 9th, Daz in 10th, Wilco 11th, rejoin the leader with, rejoin Drsl and Chris. These two are the closest guys on track at the moment. And as we hit the 30-minute mark, we'll just go to Smith just to get the official finish. Well deserved winner, extremely quick driver, pole to race win, slightly off canter with the strategies, but comfortable win yet again. Alex in second, not too far behind as we've got Chris and Des. What's happened there is Chris ran out of fuel again. He slowed down a hell of a lot at the end there. We'll have a look at what happened between Chris and Drsl on the last lap, on the last corner. Seemed to get all over the place. So yeah, Smith first place, Alex second, and Des in the fight for third and fourth isn't over. So Des on the inside, well, Chris on the outside as it gets a little bit untidy. Don't think there was any contact there, so is Chris flat out? I think he is. Was he flat out for that entire straight? But anyway, Chris, Des up in the third in the podium position, Chris in fourth, Knee Job in fifth, Muller bringing home the sixth place, Lucas ahead of myself in seventh, myself being in eighth, Richie in ninth, Daz in 10th, Wilco 11th.